There are several castles which claim to be the inspiration of Castle Dracula in Bram Stoker's 1897 novel. The first and most popular being Bran Castle in Transylvania, Romania. The reason that this structure is associated with Dracula is because Bran Castle is the only castle in all of Transylvania that actually fits Bram Stoker's description of Castle Dracula.
Located high above a valley, perched on a rock with a flowing river below, in the Principality of Transylvania.
Despite becoming a tourist hotspot and earning the nickname as Dracula's Castle, this written description is the only connection that Bran Castle actually has with Dracula. Another Romanian castle, Poinari Castle, often has a reputation of being the real Castle Dracula. It now sits in ruin, but it was once the home to none other than Vlad the Impaler throughout his lifetime. Vlad was also known as Vlad Dracula, and was the alleged main inspiration for the titular character in Bram Stoker's novel, though this has been disputed in the past. But which castle was the true inspiration for Castle Dracula? Well, there is another castle. On the coast of Cruden Bay in Scotland lies the ruins of Slains Castle. The castle sits on the edge of jagged cliffs and overlooks the dark waters of the North Sea. Built in 1597, it was once a famous house which often hosted parties for celebrities, nobles and other wealthy individuals. Today, with only the sound of crashing waves below, it is a derelict labyrinth, left with nothing but an unsettling atmosphere. In the year 1892, Dublin-born author Bram Stoker travelled from his workplace in London to Scotland in search of inspiration so that he could focus on writing a new novel. After coming across Cruden Bay, a small village, he was so impressed that he sent a letter for his wife and son to join him. While sitting adjacent to the castle on the cliff, Bram Stoker started writing his new novel, known as Dracula. After being invited to stay in the castle multiple times, Bram returned over the course of the next several years until his novel was published in 1897. A place once so lively is now just a sinister shell. In the novel, there is described an octagonal room at the very heart of the castle. It is highly possible that this is the exact same room as the octagonal room that is at the heart of Slane's castle. The surrounding narrow hallways and small rooms create a wondrous maze for modern-day visitors, while the hanging cliffs are now sadly notorious for accidental deaths, as well as suicides. In fiction, this is where modern horror was born. In reality, this is where horror simply exists. Here's a drinking game for you. How about anytime you hear any of these words during the video, then you take a drink. And of course not if you're underage. If you're not of age, then how about you take a double? Anyway, that's me for this video. Thank you for watching and go yourself.